Hello adventurers! Do you want to learn how to deflate your tire? Select the right PSI and how to check your tire pressure, then this video is for you. Hello everyone and welcome to another tutorial with Bu Zayed to help you advance in your off-road journey. I upload videos like this one every week, so if you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing and hit that like button. Deflating or letting air off your tire is the first thing to do before you start your off-road journey to get a bigger footprint and make it easy to maneuver obstacles. Deflating a tire can be achieved by using rapid air deflators, automatic deflators, removing the valve pin, or just simply pressing the valve pin with a car key or any other object. And I will show you now how to deflate using each of the methods. Before we start, let's clear some abbreviations. So this is the valve cap, and this is the valve itself, and what's inside is the valve pin. So the first method I'll talk about is letting air out of your tire or deflating your tire by simply pressing the valve pin. And this is basically used by many people who doesn't have a proper deflator. So what you do is basically just press the pin and air will come out. So you can use your car key or any piece of wood or anything, just press the pin and air comes out. The people who use this method usually count the time. So for example, if they let air from one tire for 1 minute, they do the same thing for all the tires, and for them this is the measurement style. Some others might use a tire gauge to check the tire pressure once they do that, and it depends on people's preference. So the second method I'll talk about is removing the valve pin using a tool like this one. Once you do that, the air will come out really fast, and then to know the pressure you will use a pressure gauge, either a digital one or a mechanical one. So let's try it. I will remove the pin and you will see how fast the air will come out. And you can check the pressure like this to see. Once you are satisfied with the tire pressure, then just put the pin back. As you can see, the pin is really small, so make sure it doesn't fly away or you lose it. And to tighten the pin is clockwise, to remove it is anti-clockwise, and make sure once you put it back it's tight. And then if there are a little bit more air to remove, you can just simply remove a little bit by your nails or by your car key or any piece of wood, and then keep on checking the pressure with a pressure gauge, and that's it. That's the second method. So the third method I'll talk about is the rapid air deflator. And with this one, what you have is you have the tool that will remove the pin out of the valve, as well as the gauge, all in one unit to make it much easier to deflate the tires. And the way to do that is with this unit over here. So the key thing with this deflator is this component over here. So just remember 1, 2, and 3 components. And I will show you now how to deflate using this deflator. So we start with number 1. You pull it all the way to the back, and then you use the middle one to tighten the unit on the valve itself. So you go clockwise to lock it on the valve. So now it's locked, and then we'll use again number 1, push it all the way in and turn anti-clockwise to remove the tire pin. You might hear the hissing of the air start to escape. And then once the pin is totally out, you can pull the unit, and then we'll come to component number 3 to control the airflow. So you pull it out like this to let air out, and you push it in again to stop the air, and then you can check over here with the gauge to see if you have reached your desired pressure. Once you have reached your desired pressure, then what you do is first you push number 1 in, turn it clockwise to lock the pin in, and then pull it out. And what I used to do is, as a practice, is I pull number 3 as well, just to make sure that there's no air escaping, which will guarantee me that the pin is already locked in. And then I use the middle part here to remove the deflator. The fourth way of deflating is using an automatic deflator, and there are different types on the market. However, I choose to deflate using the JT Brooks deflators. I believe they are the top brand in the market when it comes to automatic deflators. Now, the way to do it with this JT Brooks is you have the pressure setting over here, and then you turn the barrel over here to the desired pressure. Let's say I want 10, so I turn all the way. When I reach 10, the line is on 10, then I'll move this nut to lock the deflator in place. So now it's locked, it's not going to move. And what I'll do is I'll screw it in the valve, and then just give it a little pull on up here, and it will start to deflate. Once it reaches the desired PSI, it will automatically stop, which will give me more time to do other stuff and prepare my car to go off-road. Now with this JT Brooks Pro, you have the scale over here in terms of the desired pressure. However, many of the automatic deflators, also the JT Brooks, the non-pro version, you'll need to calibrate first before you use it on your tire. So you calibrate it one time, and then you can use it on your tire for every time you go off-road. And I will show you a picture over here on how to calibrate the JT Brooks one. Let's talk about which PSI you need when you go off-road. Although it all depends on which type of a tire you have, the size of the tire, the type of frame you have, but let's talk in general if you're just starting to off-road. If you have a light car, something like the Jeep Wrangler, I would say start with 12 PSI and then keep driving on the sand, on the dunes, on the trail, and see if you're having difficulties, you can take it down a little bit, 11 or 10 or 9 or even 8, but never go below 8. And then if you started to have a pop-out at a certain pressure, then increase that pressure by 2 to 3 PSIs, and then you will know that this is the perfect pressure for you. If you have a bigger car and a heavy one, something like the Toyota Land Cruiser or the Nissan Patrol or maybe an FJ, Toyota FJ, then start with 15 PSI and work your way through the pressure to know exactly which pressure is the perfect one for you. And then the more you drive in the desert or on the trail, you will come to know the perfect PSI that suits your car and your tire and your style of driving. Once you deflate your tires, of course you'll have to inflate your tires. And if you're not sure which pressure you need to go back on the road, then just simply open your car door and have a look over here, and you will see which pressure you need for which tire on your car. And that's of course mainly is designed for the stock tires on the car. So this is it when it comes to deflating your tires and selecting the PSI for you when you go off-road. I hope that you find something useful on this video. If you did, please hit that like button and consider subscribing, because I do upload videos like this every week. So happy off-roading and see you on the next adventure.